Hey Divas and Gents, welcome back to my channel, Diva and A Brand. This your girl, Kayla, and today I will be showing y'all how to make chicken and waffles. But no, not just any old waffles, red velvet waffles and buttermilk chicken. Y'all know how your girl get down. I have been craving chicken and waffles for like the last week or so. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and get that done today. So I'm not gonna keep y'all waiting. Let's go ahead and get into the ingredients. All right, y'all. So y'all might want to get y'all pen and paper out because I have a lot of ingredients here. So you will need some boneless, skinless chicken breast, and of course that's for your buttermilk fried chicken. You will also need some all-purpose flour, 1 egg, sea salt, black pepper, complete seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, some buttermilk, and oil. All right, y'all with me now? I told y'all it was a lot of ingredients. So for your red velvet waffles, you will also need more buttermilk, oil, and I'm using the Krusteaz Belgian Waffle mix. You will need another egg, some butter, cream cheese, confectioner's sugar, vanilla extract, some red food coloring, maple syrup, and some pecans to garnish. Sorry y'all, it was so many ingredients that I almost left these out. These ingredients are for the waffles. You will need some white sugar, cooking spray, Hershey's Coco, and some whole milk. All right y'all, I'm done for real. Okay y'all, so I hope y'all have those ingredients written down because we are about to get started. So come on, let's go.
All right, y'all. So first things first, before you do anything to that chicken, make sure you rinse it off to remove any bacteria. Then you want to slice it into strips just like this. Now I'm going to cut them in half and make sure you wash your hands after touching the chicken. All right, so now I'm about to season my chicken, and make sure you season it really good because you want your chicken to have a nice flavor. But y'all know what I always say, season to your liking. All right, so after you have seasoned your chicken, make sure you mix it in very well. All right, so take 1 out of 2 of your eggs and beat it in. I'm removing this glaze, guys. I just cannot stand looking at it. I know it's not bad for you, but it gotta go. So now you want to beat your egg, and I know I can't be the only one who removed that. So if y'all remove the glaze out of your eggs, leave a comment down below and let me know. So pour in the beaten egg, followed by the buttermilk, and mix it up really good. This already smells good. So now you want to refrigerate for about 30 minutes. So now I'm going to season my flour, and I will be using the same exact seasonings I used to season the chicken. So just pour it on in there, y'all, and don't be scared to season that flour because you don't want boring chicken. Now I'm going to whisk the seasoning into the flour. Now I always do a little taste test by sticking my finger in the flour to see if I can taste the seasoning, and it's perfect, so I'm going to cover and set aside. Now it's time to make the cream cheese glaze. You want to take half of the cream cheese and half a stick of butter and mix it up with your mixer. And make sure your butter and cream cheese is softened. So now I will be adding in half of the powdered sugar. I'm just adding in a little bit more because it wasn't quite half. Now I'm adding 1 tablespoon of whole milk. So now I'm going to mix it again. And don't forget to scrape down the sides of the bowl, that way you can get everything mixed in, especially the powdered sugar. You want it to be combined. Alright, so now I'm adding in the remaining powdered sugar and another tablespoon of whole milk. Now I'm going to mix it up again, and I will be mixing it until it's very creamy. If you want your cream cheese glaze more thin, then you will have to add more milk, but I suggest adding it tablespoon at a time. So this is what I'm talking about when I say that it should look very creamy. So now I'm just adding in my vanilla flavor, and I prefer to add it in at this point because sometimes it seems like if you add it in too early, it's like the flavor gets lost or something. Now I'm just going to mix it in. This glaze looks A1. Oh man, I just have to taste this. Perfect. Now I'm just pouring the cream cheese glaze into this little squeeze-up bottle I have, and I will be using this to drizzle the glaze on top of the waffle. But if you don't have one of these, you can always use a spoon or a measuring cup. So next I will be mashing up my pecans, and it's just easier for me to put them in a Ziploc bag because I will be actually using a meat tenderizer to mash my pecans up. But hey, it works, so your girl gotta do what your girl gotta do. So I don't want them crushed up into very small pieces, so this is good enough for me. I'm pouring them back into the bowl, and I will set them aside for later. So let's get into this batter. So I'm pouring 1.5 cups of mix into my measuring cup, and according to the instructions on the back of the box, this can feed 2 to 3. Normally when I make it, it's 3. So next you want to add in some water, 1 egg, and some oil. And remember, for this part, you're following the instructions for the ingredients and the measurements on the back of the box. However, I still placed them below for you guys. So now I'm going to tweak the recipe to turn them into red velvet waffles. So now I'm adding in my sugar, cocoa powder, buttermilk, vanilla flavor, now whisk everything up really good. This cocoa smells so good. This recipe is good for those who don't have time to make every single thing from scratch, so you can just grab that box, tweak it, and go. Alright, so the last step is to add in the red food color, and you can add in as much as you would like. It depends on how red you want them. For those of you who prefer your batter to be a little thick, you might want to add a little less water than what the box says, because remember, I did add extra ingredients to it. But for me, it doesn't matter as long as they come out good. That's my concern. Now I'm going to pour my batter into a measuring cup and set it aside. Alright, so my chicken has been in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Now it's time to get started. So first you want to take your chicken, let the excess drip off, and place it into your seasoned flour. Now, if you have a Tupperware like mine, just put a lid on it, shake it up, get the chicken evenly coated with flour, and it's good to go. So you want to shake off any extra flour before placing your chicken in the grease. I'm using a deep fryer, so right now I'm just going to go ahead and place them in the basket. But if you don't have a deep fryer, you can also use a frying pan. And by the way, my grease is already hot. Alright, so I'm going to place the rest of my chicken into my deep fryer. But remember guys, whatever you do, do not overcrowd the pan with chicken. Okay, so now that all my chicken is in, I'm going to lower the basket into the grease, and I will be cooking my chicken until they're done on a medium-high heat. While my chicken is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start cooking my waffles. You want to spray your waffle maker with a little bit of cooking spray and then pour your mixture in. Do not pour the mixture all the way to the edge because it will run over. I'm cooking my waffle in between 3 and 4. So I'm just taking a little peek at my chicken and it's coming along just fine. All right, so my first waffle is done and it did run over a little bit, but that's okay. That's why they have that tray down there. So for this waffle, I will put a little less batter. If you like your waffles crunchy, then you have to turn up your heat. So my chicken is all done. So I'm just going to pull the basket out of the grease and let it sit and cool off and drain. And it smells so good and it looks delicious. The batter looks nice and crispy and crunchy. Bam! Second waffle for the win. So I'm going to remove this waffle and I will be pouring in my batter to make the last waffle. All right, so now that my chicken has cooled off, I'm going to remove them from the basket and set them aside. All right, so now I'm about to hook this waffle up. So I'm adding my cream cheese glaze, my chopped pecans, now I'm going to place my buttermilk fried chicken on top. Now just drizzle with some maple syrup and top it off with a little bit more pecans and you are in the game. Look at that, y'all. The smell of the cocoa from the waffles and the smell of the buttermilk fried chicken, it smells delicious. All right, y'all, so my dish is complete. Now it's time to taste it and see how the diva herself did. This is good, y'all. It's delicious. Diva did it again. All right, so I want y'all to try this recipe. This chicken and waffles recipe is the bomb. It's delicious and it's easy. Those red velvet waffles are the bomb, and those buttermilk chicken, delicious. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think about it. Give me a thumbs up if you're rocking with it. And don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss out, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and finish eating my chicken and waffles, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.